Okay, so why should you study engineering at UAHuntsville? And I want to talk about this from the perspective of a part-time graduate student. And that's I'm one of two distance learning students that's been in your course. I'm part of the CPE531 section. But I've one of two distance learning students, so you haven't seen me very much. But I've been involved in the course, as you'll see in this presentation through the distance learning program, and showed up on test days. And let's get started. So I want to talk about just some quick reasons why UA Huntsville, and then also I want to talk about why UA Huntsville for a part-time graduate student. Why I think it's beneficial to attend UA Huntsville, and I also want to talk about some of the particulars of the distance learning program at UA Huntsville, how it works. Because when I first started, I was a little unsure about how it was actually going to be. So why UA Huntsville? So UA Huntsville is located in Huntsville, Alabama. Obviously, it's in Cummings Research Park. That's the second largest research park in the U.S. Redstone Arsenal, Marshall Space Flight Center are also in the area. The community itself, I think, is a big plus. The amount of industry that surrounds UA Huntsville is definitely a positive. It's also, the number 3 ranked city for professionals by Kiplinger in 2012. And I think a lot of you would agree with that statement. So why UA Huntsville for a part-time graduate student? I think there's two main reasons, I guess, why I would consider it to be a great place to attend is the ability. You can either attend class. It's local. If you work in the area, most companies that I know about and the company I work for are really flexible. You can leave work and go to class and come back. But that's not always the case. Most of the classes at UA Huntsville are they're aware of the fact that most people are working and coming to school, so a lot of the classes are offered 5:30 to the 6:50 time frame, 2 days a week. Some are even less than that. It just depends on which program you're in. The other thing is the distance learning program, and this is the first semester I've been involved in that. I kind of took it when it came available. I saw it was an option for this course. So I wanted to kind of see what it was about. I'd taken my first 2 courses at UA Huntsville by attending class. So I left work and went to class and came back, or attended class when it was offered after work. But the distance learning offers a flexibility that I think is very great. You get to, as we'll see in the next couple slides, I'll kind of show you how it works because I was unaware of how I was going to be participating in class. Another thing is, if you actually do attend class, you get to network with a lot of other engineers. There's lots of things going on in Huntsville, so you get to meet a lot of different people working at the different companies in the area, and just network with them. So how does distance learning at UA Huntsville work? Like I said before, I had no idea how it was going to be when I signed up for the distance learning course. I guess the worst nightmare. I thought I would be clicking through PowerPoint slides with no interaction from the lecturer, from the teacher, but that is not the case. So class sessions are recorded and posted, and from my experiences, they're within minutes at the end of the class. I haven't had any issues with not being able to watch a class session. I feel like you get the feeling that you're actually sitting in class, even though you're not. But as I'll show you on the next slide, you'll see what I'm talking about. And you get to actively follow along, the class slides while watching the lecture. So you're as close to being in class as you can be. And I'll go ahead and go on to the next slide and kind of explain what I'm talking about here. So this is the program that UA Huntsville uses for distance learning, and so you can see in the top left. So after each course, this is uploaded, and when I click on the lecture, log into Angel, click on the lecture, and it pulls up to this window here. You can see in the top left, there's Dr. Gady, and I'm actually can see the back of most of the students' heads. So I'm watching her go through the lecture after the fact. It's been recorded, and then in the right you can see there's a PowerPoint presentation that follows along with where she's at in the presentation, and it actually follows along with her writing in, for her particular slides here. It follows along with her writing in, the different, the blank lines right there. but you can also fast forward. You can play it back faster. You can rewind, and you can scan through. And maybe if there's a particular section that you want to go back and look at, you don't have to wait the whole time to get to that slide. You can just scan through real quick and grab it, and it picks back up where you're wanting to. So this is probably, this is my favorite, I guess, favorite part of it. The only downside I would say is that you can't, you're not in class, so you can't actively raise your hand right when you have a question. You have to keep track of the questions you have, and notify the teacher, and they'll get back with you. So that's it. Why do I think UA Huntsville is a great place, a great school to attend and from my perspective as a part-time graduate student? I think the location is awesome. Obviously, since I work in the area, I can either attend class if I want, or if there's a distance learning section of the course open, I can sign up for that one, and that offers it's a really big benefit. In case you have a lot of stuff going on at work and you can't make it, you can watch the course, you can take the class, when you get a chance. And flexibility, like I said, you can either attend class or do distance learning. And then on the previous slide, I think the distance learning, the program that they use to record the lecture and the ability to play it back, I think is a great benefit of why UA Huntsville would be a great place for a graduate student studying engineering. Thank you.